scope like Richard Branson. Since the basement making anthems, over seasons with the man in black is seasoned with my patterns. Pretty girls, you think I'm handsome, just coasting through these matches. I'm not bossing, I'm advancing. I'ma keep it moving, tryna be on before we know. Wanna be intimate with soul, they stole this soul before I go. And that's some hours in my bench way. Now it's like worth for 10K or cause it is 10 gamers. Been insane in the membrane since them days where we raved for 3 days and 4 nights and took them red eye flights from place off the plane and through the back of the place. Then the whole town stays to be like, see the crowd going air to be like. So I step down stage to be like, see the crowd going air to be like. Crazed and courageous, raised by some Zulu lions, taught to seek dangers, brave and defiant, boy, the Lord was doing favors, blaze through the fire, yeah, we had a few, lost a few wages, still coming rampant, misbehaving, flavors, still coming anti-up, rebelling with my ravers, still don't give a about who be the latest, can't be locked up in them cages, start living up to what the you think a day is.
Hey, what about the
So I stepped on stage to be like, see the crowd going air to be like. So I stepped on stage to be like, ooh yeah. See the crowd going air to be like, ooh yeah.
It's like I've been smooth for so long, I'm trying to get rough. Buffing my nails, dog, I'm trying to get buff. Shaping my beard up, I'm liking the scruff. The heels, cause I'm living my life in the cut. Can't imagine that I'm gonna meet my wife in the club. We gon' see though, I feel like she more of a CEO. Or maybe she doing volunteer work in Rio. It's not like I need her, but I would love to meet her. Another day, another dollar, another phone with another feature. I don't play goalie, but I'm my brother's keeper. Surrounded by family, I'm not with other people. They say I got my pop's demeanor and mother's features. The garden's still private as ever. The gang thriving together. Your boys striving to be them.
Touchdown in the new town. I already feel that it's eyes on me. I'm getting looked up, down with these big frowns. They already thrown by the size of me. I don't really get truth. Put my deuce up, I will not live in apology. I wish you lose love, but truly you suck. Gon' make way for a prodigy.
Nobody do it better than me, not incredibly. I do this competitively, uneditably. These falling silent when I walk up in the building. Worry about their future like I'm here to snatch their children. That line was brilliant. How I'm not already in the millions? Am I not the picture of resilience? Why they test my patience? Hyping all this lame. No one got a brain, they just be liking all the same. This is what the I'm in on industry games. I'm convinced that nobody is speaking my language. I'm a good ass, so listen close when I say this. After every feel stainless. I can make a fiend go. Everything I wrote gon' smoke, so dangerous. I can make an Einstein feel brainless, but look on the bright side, hope yield changes. I'ma get it started, please give me a pardon, cause this the type of beat that get the whole crowd marching. Time to shut it down, we made the whole town Spartan. I'm from outer space, so all my homegirls Martian. It's about to get critical, this moment is pivotal. Here to feed the streets that say my influence umbilical. We gon' make it grimy, devil get behind me. Told you I'm the best, I done said it with my chest, so for real nobody try me.
Down in the new town, I already feel that it's eyes on me. I'm getting looked up, down with these big frowns. They already thrown by the size of me. I don't really get truth. Put my deuce up, I will not live in apology. I wish you lose love, but truly you suck. Gon' make way for a prodigy.
And I say, one for the money and two for the love. We the new era, so whoever may feel they above. Live in delusion, that's an illusion, it's absent. Keep it together, don't act like you didn't know what it was. I'm on a whole nother planet, I'm about to show you. This wouldn't work if we planned it, meaning you won't understand it. We have to rings like a Saturn, this feel like splitting an atom. We got involved with the
Hey, used to have a silver tooth and I was just a pup, yeah. Now I got got shotties with the pumps. I don't wanna catch the feelings, I be trying to see what's up. Got a shorty clean the fitness, I'm a diamond and the run it back. Used to have a silver tooth, but I was just a pup. Now I got some killers who got shotties with the I don't wanna catch the feelings, I be trying to see what's up. I let shorty clean the fitness, I'm a diamond and the rough. First order of biz, no snitch, and I try to keep it silent, but the kids don't listen. Birthday, got another hit, no flinch, and I tell them send a watch that I can fit both wrists. She on the class trying to get it bigger. She think I'm a last cause I got a pass with her, and I ain't trying to let her down, but I'm not. If you was trying to settle down, get a fat song, pull up in the city with a nice jump. Lights off, lights on. Chinese throw the chicken, need a wipe to throw the rice on. Pull up double park with all the ice on. Pick 'em like she running up, she one of them. She pay her bill, she it up. 52nd Street, I double down, then I doubled up. 2023, and I'm the only coming up, yeah.
Can't stop till we all up in. I drop the whole world sing. Hot when I do like this, it's the big black dog.
Hey, used to have a silver tooth and I was just a pup, yeah. Now I got some killers who got shotties with the pumps. I don't wanna catch the feelings, I be trying to see what's up. Got a shorty clean the pendants, I'm a diamond in the rough.
24 karat VVs in the stars. Rings going off like Michael with the club. Only one model with designers in the thugs. When we shop at Rick on, bring a bottle full of couple platinum records later, still I got the game locked. Cause my lines fresher than Tory Lane's pop. Who got his swerve and is missing every raindrop. Hit them with the then they get their brain swap. Walk around like I'm nigga with the diamonds in the clock. You ain't walking on these I got diamonds in my socks. Might be funny like I'm Biggie, but I'm riding like I'm Pop. I'm the king of your city, give a about your block. Lights on, lights off. Go on, twerk it if you know that talk. Deep dive and get lost. Go on, turn up if you know that you the boss.
Hey, used to have a silver tooth and I was just a pup, yeah. Now I got some killers who got shotties with the pumps. I don't wanna catch the feelings, I be trying to see what's up. Got a shorty clean the pendants, I'm a diamond and the run it back. Used to have a silver tooth, but I was just a pup. Now I got some killers who got shotties with the I don't wanna catch the feelings, I be trying to see what's up. I let shorty clean the pendants, I'm a diamond and the rough.
I can get it gone in a blink.
Stack money,
We can make a from the sink.
money,
He can make a call if he tweet.
black money,
I can make a ball when I speak.
rap money,
Brother used to hide 100. The hashback partner used to bust a couple scams off of Snapchat. Shorty tryna come up on the bands cause of that. We don't give a Uncle Sam if you ask that. Where the money in the middle. Boy, I just solved the riddle for this pound cake. Giggles, now I see fiddle all around me. Little, my head was on a swivel. He was pushing a rental. Ain't it coincidental? He ain't really talking money. Who he talking to? Homie hopping, need a they awesome. I can charge a band to get a glimpse of what I'm about to do. They be talking to every about what they ought to do. Yeah, I ain't tripping off of nothing. My name is Topic Discussion. If I give them attention, they all would probably start blushing. So power and honey's the only thing that I'm crushing on. Bonafide, stood on everything that I stepped on. I can get it gone in a blink.
stack money,
We can make a from the sink.
money,
He can make a call if he tweet.
black money,
I can make a ball when I speak.
rap money,
Brother used to hide 100. The hashback
Oh,
partner
yeah,
used
there
to
we
bust
go.
a couple scams off of Snapchat. Shorty tryna come up on the bands cause of that. We don't give a
It'd be really
Sam
nice
if
to
you
actually
ask
go
that.
live
Where the cash at?
in my
They
own
could've seen me
room.
coming with binoculars. Even if they did tell me who the was stopping us, the options keep popping up. Cops trying lock us up when it's out the picture, but it ain't no Diddy cropping this. Sorry, officer, I'm a hood philosopher.
It's week 4 of the NFL, and we'll be watching the Huskies' versatile running back. He had a great week to build off of last time out, reaching triple digits and adding 2 touchdowns. It's the Huskies and the Buccaneers, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Huskies of Tokyo taking on the... Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for this visiting Tokyo club, they've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And a look here at the veteran under center, their 7th-year quarterback.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 54 yards, and a touchdown.
It's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes at least
no chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Smith. No, bottled up fumble. It's out, it's loose. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower postgame. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now this one complete on the slant route.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep...
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get a second one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball, because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interception.
Touchdown! A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Huskies are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
The Buccaneers offense ready to rock and roll again.
And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on it.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Smith. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. That sack by Tremaine Edmonds.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Fielded at the 43.
The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return.
And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Young on 1st down. The 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a 1st. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there.
With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Huskies have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get...
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. It's going the other way. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
Brandon, that's the 3rd time he's fumbled so far in this game. And, you know, you can make excuses for each and every one of them, but the bottom line is he's got to take care of it better. And now that he's shown a propensity for fumbling it, just think about what the defenders are trying to do.
Yeah, well, guys hate 1 fumble, 2's, oh, my goodness, 3 or more. Wow.
Just doesn't make any sense, does it?
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
On the carry, it's Logan. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And it is 28-0. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, and maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Smith now to throw. And is caught. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
This is really weird.
On the option, it's Smith himself.
Holding offense.
And they get Tristan Wirfs, first-round pick in 2020. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. A give, running left is Campbell. There he goes, left side. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big pickup of 38.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field. And they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And touchdown! A great play there. 33 yards. And the Huskies are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side
He's got it. And it won't count for 6. He's brought down, but inside the 5. First and goal at the 4-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They'll try again, but he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he won't get to the line of scrimmage as they push him back to the 2. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Now Young on 4th down. Touchdown! A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Huskies' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Okay, we need to double-check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now Smith. He finds his man complete. It's Shepard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Smith. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Young now after the fumble recovery. Able to get away. He's got Mingo. And all the way in for the touchdown. Jonathan Mingo. His first touchdown on the year. And the Huskies have got it on cruise control. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Yeah. It makes it so easy when you have
the kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
My brother's sleeping right now.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Smith. And he lost
the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them
Shane,
put
how
that
you like
sleeve
my
over a football now
room?
to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was that 3 drives?
I'll ask my brother if
3
he
fumbles?
can come over. We
It's
can
time
hang
to
out
change
in my
our luck
room or
some way,
something.
somehow. Focus, concentration. You'll hear those words on the bench in a big way right
But
now.
I have to make my bed and stuff before you come over. I gotta keep my room clean.
To throw is Young. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight, planted their feet, and forced the incompletion on first down.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown. Jackson Smith-Njigba. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Huskies just continue to roll. Boy, I mean, at this point, what more do we say here? I got nothing.
And you know, so many people talk all the time about having announcer-less games, and they want that. This could be a candidate for it, because if we stay here and do this, we're going to have a lot to fill in the second half.
You winning?
There's still another half.
What's the score? I'm winning 56-0.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
I'm in the second quarter. About to be in third.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know what else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we can draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tune. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety.
Right now, they're just trying to get to halftime because they need a break. This game, it's been a shellacking in every way, and they just got driven backwards for a safety.
Taken in at the 22. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally, you run to set up the pass. Here it feels...
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown! Jackson Smith-Njigba halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Huskies will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
One more drive here for the Buccaneer offense in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now it's Smith. And he loses the football a second time. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. This time they stay on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. On first down, Smith. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll begin in the NFC. Dallas paying a visit to Atlanta. And just a field goal separating these two sides as they've gone to halftime. Dak Prescott has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head up to Foxborough to check on the Patriots at home at Gillette Stadium. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars. Mac Jones with a couple of touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. A couple of touchdown strikes there from Justin Fields. We saw a strong first half out of the Alabama man and former #1 selection, Bryce Young. He had a half for the ages. Touchdown pass after touchdown pass. He threw a month's worth of touchdowns in just those first 2 quarters of play. Final preparations being made for the second half, both in terms of game plan and also hydration, because humidity is really going to catch up to these guys, no doubt. And for the call in the second half, we go back to Brandon Gaudin.
What?
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Escapes the defender. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A big play there. 58 yards. And the Huskies extend their lead yet again.
No.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
kind of like to have my own room.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. The throw over the middle taken in. They'll give him 4 yards there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
The Tokyo offense heads back out there now. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Young now from the 50. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Huskies take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long
We'll be buying a new bait soon.
This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 2 on the run. They need a lot more than that coming up here on 3rd down. Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this 1st down. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Brian Burns, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Shedding through the defense. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Tokyo offense heads back out there now. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown. Jonathan Mingo. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Huskies get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa. Now Smith. He finds his man, complete. That's Barnett. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
3rd and 6.
Here's 3rd and 6. Here's Smith. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is brought in at the 21. He gets away from 1. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Tokyo offense heads back out there now. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago, they scored. Remember, last drive was that 1-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, What goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll air one out deep for Mingo. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd down and 8. They run again with Logan. Broken tackle. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. A play fake. Now Young. He finds his man. Complete. That's Rhodes. Touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Huskies are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That time a 6-play drive. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Derek Brown. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.